I'd like to call the second meeting of the month of April to order. Can you call the roll, Madam Clerk?
Trustee Mills?
Present.
Trustee Newell? Present. Trustee Palafis?
Present.
Trustee Stanton?
Present.
Trustee Gata?
Present.
Trustee Arnett?
Present.
Mayor McLeod?
Present. Can everybody please rise? Trustee Mills, you want to lead us in the pledge?
I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Mills. Move on to item number 3, recognition of the audience. This is the time if someone has a question or concern they want to bring before the village board and the village staff. Now is the time. Only once, twice, 3 times. We'll move on. Approval of the minutes of the April 2nd, 2018 meeting. Chair would accept a motion.
So moved.
I'll second.
There's a motion, a second. Any additions or corrections to the minutes? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the ayes have a motion carried. 5, consent agenda. Chair would accept a motion.
So moved.
I'll second.
There's a motion, a second. The items on the agenda are A, approval of the agenda, B, approval of the schedule of bills for April 16th, 2018, in the amount of $3,196,898.41. C, request board authorization to award contract for the 2018 street revitalization project to Peloti Construction, Inc., Hoffman Estates, Illinois, low bid in an amount not to exceed $4,599,499. D, request board authorization to award contract for materials testing for the 2018 street revitalization project to Applied Geoscience, Inc., Schaumburg, Illinois, low proposal in an amount not to exceed $117,000. There's a motion, a second. Can you poll the board, Madam Clerk?
Trustee Mills?
Aye.
Trustee Newell?
Aye.
Trustee Palafis?
Aye.
Trustee Stanton?
Aye.
Trustee Gata?
Aye.
Trustee Arnett?
Aye.
Mayor McLeod?
Aye, motion carried. I'd just like to remind everybody that this meeting is being broadcast live, as all our meetings are, and it'll be reshown throughout the week on our cable channel. Now, I believe we have, go down to President's Report, we have some swearing-ins to do. Chief? A lot of nice badges here, Chief. Chief Fortunato's family here? Come on up.
My wife is walking in.
Okay.
There she is.
Great. This is a great night for the village of Hoffman Estates. It's always wonderful when we have people promoted from within. And we have some melancholy about the folks who have retired. Many of them in the room here tonight, which is really wonderful. We're very happy for the people who are stepping into their new positions, and I know they'll do an outstanding job. We'll start off with Patrick Fortunato. Aye, Patrick Fortunato.
Hi, Patrick Fortunato,
Having been appointed to the office
having been appointed to the office
of Fire Chief
of Fire Chief
in the village of Hoffman Estates
in the village of Hoffman Estates
in the county of Cook and Kane,
in the county of Cook and Kane,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear and affirm
I will support the Constitution
I will support the Constitution
of the United States,
of the United States,
the Constitution
the Constitution
of the State of Illinois,
of the State of Illinois.
and I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office
I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office
of Fire Chief
of Fire Chief
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my abilities.
Congratulations, Chief. Chief, you want to introduce your family?
My wife Nancy, my mother Patricia, my father Charles.
Great. This is a very nice badge. It says Chief on it. Who's going to pin the badge on? We have plenty of paramedics, so if you have to push a little hard, it's okay. Fire Chief Patrick Fortunato. You want to make the rounds, Chief? Nice job, Dad. We get Chief. Chief, let's get a picture. You guys come up too. We'll take one with just with the chief, but you guys come on up too.
Everybody ready? Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. And wait one second. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Can we get one with just the chief too?
Go ready? 1, 2, 3. Take one more. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Thank
Great job. Thank you. Chief, is that the end of the festivities? Nope.
Next is Richard England.
Richard
Promoted to
England.
Deputy Chief.
Deputy Chief. Come up, everybody. Remember one time you got promoted, you brought like 200 people with you. Did you do that again tonight?
I have a few, but they heard there was free cake before this.
Okay, that's good. You want to introduce your family, Rich?
It's my wife Kelly and my son Richard.
Great, great. Okay, I, Richard England,
I, Richard England,
have been appointed to the office
am appointed to the office
of Deputy Fire Chief
of Deputy Fire Chief
in the Village of Hoffman Estates,
in the Village of Hoffman Estates,
the County of Cook and Kane.
counties of Cook and Kane,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States,
of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution
and that I will support the Constitution
of the State of Illinois,
of the State of Illinois,
that I will faithfully discharge
that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
of Deputy Fire Chief
of Deputy Fire Chief
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Chief. Now we have this very nice badge.
My son,
Son, okay.
For every time you were grounded.
Chief, you want to go on up? Hey, how you doing? Nice job. Now, stand up here. Let's get a picture.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Great. Thank
Can
you.
we get one with just the chief here?
Here we go. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Great. Thanks.
Mayor, the next is Wayne Rothbauer.
Wayne, come on down.
Deputy Chief.
Wayne. Want to introduce your family, Wayne?
I've got my wife Barbie with me, my son Brandon, Garrett, mom and dad, Ralph and Barb.
Great.
Somewhere out there is my sister, nephew, and brother-in-law. They're over here somewhere, so.
Why don't you come up here too? We can take pictures for you.
And I got, there's more here. They're all in the audience.
Okay. They prefer to remain anonymous.
Sometimes that's,
Okay, let's do it, Chief. I, Wayne Rothbauer,
I, Wayne Rothbauer,
have been appointed to the office of
having been appointed to the office
of
of
Battalion Chief
Battalion Chief
in the Village of Hoffman Estates,
in the Village of Hoffman Estates,
in the County of Cook and Kane,
in the County of Cook and Kane,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States,
of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the Constitution of the State of
that I
Illinois.
will faithfully discharge
I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
of Battalion Chief
of Battalion Chief
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Chief. Give me a signature here. Have this beautiful badge that says Battalion Chief. Who's going to pin it
I
on?
think we'll have
Pass it to my son, who's a new EMT.
Oh, great, great. Runs in the family.
All right, I got it.
Good job. Chief, you want to make the rounds? Yeah, getting my steps in. Nice job. Congratulations. Congratulations. Hey, Mom, congratulations. Dad, let's get a picture with everybody here.
Tall people in the front, so. Ready? 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Great, thank you.
Great, let's go one with just Wayne. Oh, I'll move over.
There we go. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Great, thank you.
Mayor, next is Brian Raymond. He's sworn in as captain.
Brian, come on up. Brian, how are you?
Doing good.
Good to see you. Want to introduce everybody, Brian?
It's my wife Jennifer, my daughter Ayla, daughter Adele, and my son Aiden.
Great, great. I'm glad you all could make it tonight. Particularly glad you're here tonight. I, Brian Raymond,
I, Brian Raymond,
have been appointed to the office
having been appointed to the office
of captain
of captain
in the Village of Hoffman Estates
in the Village of Hoffman
in the
Estates,
County of Cook and Kane.
the County of Cook and Kane,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
I will support the Constitution
I will support the Constitution
of the United States,
of the United States,
the Constitution
the Constitution
of the State of Illinois,
of the State of Illinois,
that I will faithfully discharge
that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office
the duties of office
of captain
of captain
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations, Captain. Get you to sign right here. I have here a nice badge that says Captain. Who's going to pin it on? Captain, you want to make the round? Come on up. Captain, congratulations. Great job. Come on, everybody, stay up here. Let's get a picture.
All right, Wonderful. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. That's great. Thanks.
Can you get one with the captain here?
Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3.
Great.
Mr. Mayor, next is Alan O'Brien, who is sworn in as lieutenant.
Alan, come on up. Congratulations. Come on up. Alan, you want to introduce everybody?
My wife Kathy, my stepson Damien, and my folks Dick and Penny.
Very good, very good. Okay. I, Alan O'Brien,
I, Alan O'Brien,
having been appointed to the office
having been appointed to the office
of lieutenant
of lieutenant
in the village of Hoffman Estates,
Village of Hoffman Estates,
in the county of Cook and Kane,
County of Cook and Kane,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States,
of the United States,
the Constitution
the Constitution
of the State of Illinois,
of the State of Illinois,
that I will faithfully
and
discharge
faithfully discharge
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
of lieutenant
of lieutenant
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Lieutenant, congratulations. We'll get you to sign here. Okay, one more badge. Who gets the honors? Good job. Make the rounds here. Hey, Dad, congratulations. Okay. Come on up. Gotta get a picture.
That easy?
No.
Okay, here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Great. Thank you.
Get one with just lieutenant.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Can we get all the people who are just sworn in to come on up? Tony, let's get a picture. Yeah. Got the pecking order right, huh?
All right, here we go, gentlemen. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to take another one just for good measure. 1, 2, 3. Great. Thank you.
Can we get the retired chiefs to come up too? Can we get the retired chiefs to come up too? Come on.
You guys will look like these guys.
Yeah.
Goodness.
You're working the room, chief.
Get a wider lens in a minute here. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. And one more. 1, 2, 3. Great. Thank you.
Great, thank you. Congratulations to all of you. Also want to thank Susanna Strowski, first day back from maternity leave, working late tonight. Appreciate your picture taking. Okay, we're in President's Report. We did the swearing in proclamations. Who has Earth Day? Oh, well, we need to, okay.
I'll make a motion to defer
Let's take a couple minute break because there's so much.
till the audience leaves.
President's Report, proclamations, Tony Caceres Day. Trustee Mills, you have the floor.
I'll make a motion to defer the proclamation for Tony Caceres Day to our meeting of May 7th.
I'll second.
There's a motion, a second. Any questions on this? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it, motion carried. Who's next?
All right, I get the next one, which is the Office of the Mayor Proclamation. Whereas humankind is currently facing tremendous global challenges affecting every community, including large-scale migration, extreme inequality and poverty, degradation of ecosystems, mass extinction of species, and global climate change. And whereas all people of this earth, no matter what their race, gender, income, sexual orientation, or national origin, have a right to a healthy environment. And whereas the youth of the world are our most valuable resource and represent a source of endless creativity and potential. And whereas it is necessary for the citizens of our global community to develop green jobs and to build an innovative and equitable green economy to combat the aforementioned global challenges. And whereas expanding environmental education and climate literacy is vital to enhance awareness about the environment, inform decision-making, and protect future generations. And whereas it is understood that sustainability will only be achieved by meeting the needs of the present without compromising the needs of future generations. And whereas it is more important than ever to act locally and to cooperate internationally and defend the environmental progress that has been heretofore gained. And whereas Earth Day is an annual reminder of the constant need for environmental activism, stewardship commitments, and sustainability efforts, be it therefore resolved that William D. McLeod, acting under and by the virtue of the authority vested in him, by the Constitution of the State of Illinois and the laws of this village of Hoffman Estates, hereby proclaims Sunday, April 22nd, 2018, as Earth Day in the village of Hoffman Estates, and urge all Hoffman Estates residents and businesses to join in its observance.
Chair will accept a motion.
So moved. Second.
Motion, a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have a motion carried. Mr. Nebel, will you accept this?
Office of the Mayor Proclamation. Whereas in 1872, J. Sterling Morton proposed to the Nebraska Board of Agriculture that a special day be set aside for the planting of trees. And whereas this holiday, called Arbor Day, was first observed with the planting of more than 1 million trees in Nebraska. And whereas Arbor Day is now observed throughout the nation and the world. And whereas trees can reduce the erosion of our precious topsoil by wind and water, cut heating and cooling costs, moderate the temperature, clean the air, produce life-giving oxygen, and provide habitat for wildlife. And whereas trees are a renewable resource, giving us paper, wood for our homes, fuel for our fires, and countless other wood products. And whereas trees in our village increase property values, enhance the economic vitality of business areas, and beautify our community. And whereas trees, wherever they are planted, are a source of joy and spiritual renewal. And whereas the village of Hoffman Estates has been recognized as a Tree City USA town by the National Arbor Day Foundation, and we desire to continue our tree planting practices. Be it therefore resolved that William D. McLeod, acting under and by virtue of the authority vested in him by the Constitution of the State of Illinois and laws of this village of Hoffman Estates, hereby proclaims Friday, April 27th, 2018 as Arbor Day in the village of Hoffman Estates, and urges all Hoffman Estates residents and businesses to support efforts to protect our trees and woodlands. And further, he urges all citizens to plant trees to promote the well-being of this and future generations.
Chair will accept a motion.
So moved.
Second.
It's a motion, a second. We'll be celebrating Arbor Day on the 27th at Arbor Park with the assistance we've had for decades of the Whiteley Grammar School third graders. So they planted a lot of trees there over the decades. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Motion carried. Mr. Nebel. His own J. Sterling Morton, between the emerald ash borers and everything, they plant a lot of trees in public works, so we appreciate that. We did have a couple of receptions.
We
this
have
evening.
another proclamation.
Oh, that's right, we did one more.
You're jumping the gun there.
Oh, come on. Skipped you.
Office of the Mayor Proclamation. Whereas the Holocaust was a state-sponsored systematic persecution and annihilation of European Jewry by Nazi Germany and its collaborators between 1933 and 1945, 6 million were murdered. And whereas the history of the Holocaust offers an opportunity to reflect on the moral responsibilities of individuals, societies, and governments, and whereas we, the people of the village of Hoffman Estates, should always remember the terrible events of the Holocaust and remain vigilant against hatred, persecution, and tyranny, and whereas we, the people of the village of Hoffman Estates, should actively rededicate ourselves to the principles of individual freedom in a just society, and whereas we, the people of the village of Hoffman Estates, should remember with admiration and respect the survivors who were sheltered, who escaped, or who were freed, and who lived to contribute so much to our community and our world. And whereas the days of remembrance have been set aside for the people of the village of Hoffman Estates to remember the victims of the Holocaust, as well as to reflect on the need for respect of all people, be it therefore resolved that William D. McLeod, acting under and by the virtue of the authority vested in him by the Constitution of the State of Illinois and laws of this village of Hoffman Estates, hereby proclaims April 2018 as Holocaust Remembrance Month in the village of Hoffman Estates, and urges all Hoffman Estates citizens to honor the survivors, the rescuers, the liberators, and further proclaim that we, as citizens of the village of Hoffman Estates, should promote human dignity and confront hate whenever and wherever it occurs.
Chair will accept a motion.
So moved.
Second.
It's a motion, a second. We obviously have to remember the horrible Holocaust that took place. We look around the world today, and there still seems to be a lot of the same hatred and animosity permeating our world. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have a motion carried. Dr. Savija, will you accept this? Our Health and Human Services Department is hosting a free Holocaust Remembrance event tomorrow night, April 17th, here at the Village Hall, starting at 6 p.m. We have Holocaust survivor Mr. Mitchell Winthrop will provide a first-hand account of his experience. All are welcome to attend. This evening, as I mentioned prematurely, we did have the Fire Department promotions reception and the reception for the Hoffman Estates High School girls bowling team, which was second in the state. There's a great story, and not the Daily Herald, Eric, but it was in the Tribune about the great women bowlers from Hoffman Estates. So that was really great to read. It was fabulous. We do have a letter that was addressed to several of us from a citizen. He had a problem with his decrease in his water supply flow, and the village sent out some folks from the water department, and they did find the source of the problem. They cured the problem, and a very happy citizen up on the north side there. We have the Coffee with the Board this Saturday, April 21st at 10 a.m. I may have to leave early because my nephew's getting married that day, so I'm sure you folks will be able to carry on quite fabulously without me if you have to. I do have some appointments to make to the 60th anniversary ad hoc committee. One, Trustee Karen Mills is chair, Trustee Karen Arnett, Clerk Bev Romanoff, Joni McLeod, Pat Barch, Norm Darling, Jane Davy, Sue Lesson, and Pat Kinane. I think we got a good cross-section of the community. Chair, accept a motion on that, if you could.
So moved.
I'll second.
There's a motion, a second. Any questions?
Sure you want it, Karen?
Yeah, I don't know. Can I abstain?
How about you, Karen?
Got both Karens.
Oh, Karen's they always rush to the
Karen Square.
to the sound of the siren. They're very good. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the ayes have it, motion carried. I want to thank Trustee Mills for doing an exceptional job at the Denny's ribbon cutting on April 11th. Apparently, everybody wants you to do the ribbon cuttings now instead of me. I don't get so many comments about what a great job you did. Trustee Stanton and I had the experience of being in Springfield on Tuesday, April 10th, Wednesday, April 11th, and Thursday, April 12th, trying to play defense with the members of the legislature, and it's always very interesting to go there. And we were actually very happy to get home, too. On Saturday, the 14th, I attended the Delta Sigma Theta 6th Annual Cotillion Ball at the Meadows Club. This is one of the sororities that helps us out in all our community events, Martin Luther King Day and others, and it's really quite an experience. It's a debutante ball, something which, I don't normally go to, but I go to theirs yearly. So it was very interesting. And this evening, again, we had the fire department promotion and the Hoffman Hawks girl bowling team, which has a history of being outstanding, as Trustee Mills' daughter was on the first team from Hoffman Estates that finished second in the state. So the tradition continues, and we're very happy with that. And I think that's all I have for the moment. Move on to trustee comments. Let's start with the 60th anniversary chair, Trustee Mills.
And I don't know, I'll let you know later if I thank you for that appointment.
Too late now.
Yeah, I know. On April 5th, I attended the Economic Development Commission's lunch meeting over at the Stonegate, and it was a great representation, and Mr. Kramer gave a good presentation of what's going on and what we're looking forward to. On the 6th of April, I attended the New Rosati's ribbon cutting over on Barrington Road. Great place. It's amazing what they did with a small little shop there, storefront, and I think it'll be a great addition to the town. On the 9th, I attended the ribbon cutting for Blink Tees over on Stonington, another business which is coming into our town and should make some great T-shirts and hats for people. I'll have to think about them for the 60th. On the 11th, as the mayor said, I had the privilege of representing him for the Denny's ribbon cutting out on 59 and Hoffman Boulevard. Seemed to be doing a great job out there with breakfast for the areas. On the 14th, our grandchildren, our grandson and granddaughter, who are twins, made their first communion out in Palatine, so that was a great day for our family. And congratulations to the girls' bowling team again for their second place state finish. They continue to bring honor to our town. And also congratulations to our fire department promotions. It is so great to see everybody coming up through the ranks and moving on, and it's a great representation for our town. Look forward to having them around for a while. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Trustee Mills. Trustee Stanton.
Thank you. On the 5th of April, I was able to attend the Economic Development Commission meeting. I did get there a little bit late, but at least I did get there. And on the 6th, I attended the Rosati's ribbon cutting at 3061 North Barrington Road. On the 7th, I was able to attend the 50th Annual Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Remembrance Dinner. On the 9th, I also attended the Black Blink Tees ribbon cutting. And as the mayor has mentioned, he and I were down in Springfield between the 10th and the 12th with other members of the Northwest Municipal Conference. Obviously, we were lobbying for the Village of Hoffman Estates for certain bills to be passed or certain bills not to be passed. And that's it, other than the fact that congratulations, Chief, on your promotion, official promotion, and all those also who were promoted tonight, and to the Hoffman Estates girls bowling team.
Thank you. Trustee Arnett.
Thank you. I also was able to attend the Martin Luther King Remembrance Dinner with Trustee Stanton and Mayor McLeod and Trustee Newell and Trustee Gata. I also was able to stop by the Tippecop at Claim Jumpers this past Thursday. They had a very, very nice turnout for the officers, whether it's from our department, the Explorers, South Barrington, and our state troopers appeared. So they had a really nice turnout, and they seemed to be having a lot of fun. I also attended tonight the reception for the Hoffman Estates Girls Bowling and our firefighters promotion. Congratulations to you all. Job well done, job well deserved. That's all I have.
Thank you. Trustee Palafis.
Yes, sir. I also want to echo congratulations to the promotion of our 5 firefighters. Chief, congratulations on your promotion. It's official. Glad to see that. And it's great to see our retired chiefs that are present here passing on their legacy. Really speaks volumes to me. Congratulations to the Hoffman Estates High School bowling team for their second place in the state win. We have had a few Hoffman Estates High School teams come through, and I think track and field's going to be next. They're really burning it up this year. Tonight we had a Plots concert meeting. Many thanks to our liaisons, Mark, Ryan, and Rachel, for all your help. Thank you. We appreciate it. The planning's looking good. As many of you have heard me say, we added Sunday. So we'll have Johnny Wagner out there again with some food and beverages to extend the event. Congratulations to Trustee Mills for accepting the chair of the 60th Anniversary Commission.
Thanks, Trustee Palafis.
I just typed that there. I had to say it anyway. That's right. That's right. If you need any help, Trustee Stanton will be there for you. That's right. That's right. And thank you to Mayor and Trustee Stanton for attending the legislative days in Springfield. It's great to have you guys down there showing our presence. That's all for me.
Thank you. Trustee Newell.
Okay, not too many. Some of them are the same as some of the others. And the 3rd was the meeting for the stormwater management. And the 7th, with the mayor and other trustees, was the 50th annual MLK celebration. And the 14th was the sponsored by, I think it was the Disability Committee, which was the Transition Summit, which was held here. And it was a full house. If I said wrong who sponsored it, I'm sorry. It was a great turnout and some really, really great speakers. And then, of course, today, congrats to the fire department for all the promotions, and also to the Hoffman Estates Girls Bowling League. And that's all I have.
Thank you. Trustee Gata.
Okay, on Tuesday, March 3rd, attended the Stormwater Management Committee, that meeting, which was right here. And then Friday on the 6th, we had the ribbon cutting at Rosati's Pizza. And you're right, everybody did think that Karen did a marvelous job. No reflection on you, of course, right? But anyways, then on Saturday, the 7th, we attended the 50th Annual Martin Luther King Jr. Remembrance Dinner. Then on Tuesday, the April 10th Senior Citizens Meeting that was here at the hall. And then on, I missed that. Wednesday on the 11th, I'm sorry, we attended the ribbon cutting for Denny's restaurant. And the ribbon cutting on the 6th was for Rosati's Pizza at 3061 North Barrington Road. Sorry, I got those kind of mixed up. Anyways, then on Monday, the congratulations, of course, the chief and the other battalion and lieutenant and captain and so forth. And, of course, congratulations to the girls' bowling team. That's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you, Trustee Gata. Move on to 6C, Village Manager's Report.
Yes, sir. Just want to report quickly on 2 recent rating upgrades that the village received. These rating upgrades really reflect the fact that the village board has put resources to play to allow 2 different things to be improved. The first one is the village is rated by the Insurance Services Office on public protection, what's called a public protection classification. That's really what's commonly called your fire rating. We've moved from a Class 3 to a Class 2, and that doesn't sound like a large move, but there is only one higher, which is the Class 1, but it was really a significant move in terms of the number of points. We went from having 76 points in the Class 3 to 88 plus points as a Class 2. So we're a high Class 2, and I want to give credit where credit's due to Northwest Central Dispatch, because communications is part of it, the Joint Action Water Agency, and our Public Works Department, because water is a significant part of it, and of course our fire department and the board and the Capital Improvements Board, because equipment, training, all that is very much part of how that rating is achieved. If I were the owner of commercial property, I would be talking to my insurance agent about whether or not this would qualify my building for a reduction in the cost of insurance. It's probable that it should, but I guarantee you the insurance companies aren't going to be reaching out to offer that. So that's one of the reasons we wanted to make it public, and we will be spreading the word more.
You know, if I may pipe in, I happened to see my insurance agent on Friday, and he mentioned that Hoffman Estates was at a 2 level, and he was bemoaning the fact that where he lives in Bartlett was a rating of 4. And he was saying, well, how did you guys do that? And he already knew that it was 2. So, I mean, that's a great thing.
We get a lot of credit, and Pat, feel free to come up if you want, and I know I had forwarded to the board a memo with you don't feel like it tonight, I understand. Now that you're sworn in, you can just do what you want. But there's an awful lot that goes into it, and we are privileged, frankly, to be part of a centralized dispatch agency, which then causes more interoperability when it comes to communication, when it comes to equipment, when it comes to training, and on a variety of other things. Pat, you want to comment?
The improvements in the water system, water is 40% of the score. So we scored very, very well on our water system. So again, kudos to Public Works for that. Training, we scored high on. Our communications was probably, again, one of our biggest improvements. Northwest Central Dispatch has been able to bring that score up tremendously. There was a possibility of 10 points available to communications. They came in at like 9.98.
Wow.
And to Pat's credit, when we sat down to talk about this, he immediately went to where we didn't get points, and we wanted to talk about how we could get more points and try to get a higher rating. So he's already put some plans in place, and we're going to move that way. Thank you. The second thing is we're rated for flood insurance. ISO does the work on behalf of FEMA for what's called your flood insurance rating system. We moved from a Class 7 to Class 6. It really only impacts properties that would be in the floodplain. So that's very few in Hoffman Estates, given our relative youth as a community. But it's still good news. And obviously the money we've spent on stormwater projects and higher standards for stormwater retention and detention are a huge part of that. So again, that's the village board setting the priorities and resources being used the right way. That's all I have.
Thank you, Mr. Norris. Village Clerk's Report. Clerk Rebanoff.
Jim talked too long. I have no report.
It finally worked.
The manager struck you speechless, huh?
Yes.
Okay, move on to 6C, the Treasurer's Report.
Village Treasurer has prepared his report for the month of February, and it's ready for your review.
Chair accept a motion to accept the Treasurer's Report.
So moved.
I'll second.
Motion a second. Any questions on this? Seeing none, can you pull the board, Madam Clerk?
Trustee Mills?
Aye.
Trustee Newell? Aye. Trustee Palafis?
Aye.
Trustee Stanton?
Aye.
Trustee Gata?
Aye.
Trustee Arnett?
Aye.
Mayor McLeod?
Aye, motion carried. Move on to committee reports. Public Health and Safety, Trustee Gata.
Yes, Public Health and Safety will conduct their meeting on April 23rd, 2018, here at Village Hall. We will have a roll call, then approval of the minutes of March 26, 2018, and then under new business, we have 7 items. The first item, request authorization to waive bidding and purchase 7 Ford Explorer Interceptor utility vehicles from Cary Motors, Frankfort, Illinois, low bidder, in an amount not to exceed $202,489. Number 2, request authorization to waive bidding and purchase a Matco model BAM06HE3 breathing air module compressor from Air One Equipment Incorporated, South Elgin, Illinois, in the amount of $43,285. Number 3, request authorization to waive bidding and purchase structural firefighting clothing as follows. A, 7 sets of structural firefighting clothing to MES Illinois, Deer Creek, Illinois, sole source vendor, in an amount not to exceed $18,165. And B, 9 sets of structural firefighting clothing to Air One Equipment Incorporated, South Elgin, Illinois, sole source vendor, in an amount not to exceed $23,805. 4, 5, 6, and 7 are monthly reports. 4, the Police Department monthly report. 5, the Health and Human Services monthly report. 6, Emergency Management Coordinator monthly report. 7, the Fire Department monthly report. Under 3, we will have, if there's a President's report, anything and other items in review, and we will adjourn.
Thank you. Finance, Trustee Palafis.
Immediately following Public Health and Safety, we will establish a roll call to ensure we have quorum, and then we will ask for the approval of minutes from March 26, 2018. We have 4 items under new business, the first being a request for authorization to renew the Microsoft Enterprise Licensing Agreement negotiated through CDW Government Incorporated, which is a Microsoft Large Account Reseller Statewide Master Contract, CMS 6945110, for a period of 3 years at a total cost of $300,350.70, with annual payments of $100,116.90 made in 2018, 2019, and 2020. The next 3 items are all monthly reports for the Finance Department, the Information Systems Department, and the Sears Center monthly reports. Then, if needed, we'll have a President's report, anything and other that folks may want to approach the Finance Committee on. We have no items in review, and then we will ask to adjourn.
Thank you, Trustee Palafis. Public Works and Utilities, Trustee Newell.
Okay, on April 23rd, immediately following the Finance Committee, we'll have the Public Works and Utilities Committee. We'll have a roll call. We'll have the approval of minutes from March 26, 2018, March 19, 2018, which was a special meeting, and for April 2nd, 2018, which was also a special meeting. Under new business, we have exactly 9 items. And item number 1 is the discussion regarding Tree City USA recognition. Item number 2 would be the request approval of an ordinance declaring village property surplus and permitting the sale of personal property owned by the village. Item number 3, request approval of ordinances authorizing the village to borrow funds from the State of Illinois Public Water Supply Loan Program and State of Illinois Water Pollution Control Loan Program for the following projects. A, repainting of the Stonington Boulevard Tower, which is the T2, and the Huntington Boulevard Tower, T4, for $700,000. And B, rehabilitation of Chippendale Lift Station and rebuilding of the Gulf Road Sanitary Sewer Lift Station at $2 million. Item number 4, request authorization to waive bidding and award contract for engineering services for Gulf Road Sanitary Sewer Lift Station replacement design to Baxter and Woodman Consulting Engineers out of Crystal Lake, Illinois, in an amount not to exceed $95,325. Item number 5, request approval of the locations for the 2018 Drainage Improvement Project and discussion of the village drainage policy. Item number 6, request authorization to waive bidding and purchase 2 replacement pickup trucks through Suburban Purchasing Cooperative contract from Curry Motors out of Frankfort, Illinois, in an amount not to exceed $78,601. Item number 7 is request authorization to request proposals for energy and water management performance contract. Item number 8 and 9 are monthly reports for the Department of Public Works and also for the Department of Development Services monthly engineering report of the Transportation and Engineering Division. And then if the president will have anything additional, nothing under other items in review, and we will adjourn.
Thank you, Trustee Newell. We're also going to have a special village board meeting on the next Monday, the 23rd, to vote on a Planning and Zoning Commission report. So that'll take place at 7 o'clock before the committee meetings. Okay, move on to 7 additional business. We have one item. Request board approval of an ordinance amending section 6-2-1-HE-11-802. U-turns not permitted of the Hoffman Estates Municipal Code, Westbury, between Hayman and Sturbridge Drive West. Chair will accept the motion.
So moved.
I'll second.
The motion is second. Any discussion on this? See no discussion, can you pull the board, Madam Clerk?
Trustee Mills?
Aye.
Trustee Newell?
Aye.
Trustee Palafis?
Aye.
Trustee Stanton?
Nay.
Trustee Gata?
Aye.
Trustee Arnett?
Aye.
Mayor McLeod?
Aye, motion carried. Chair would accept the motion to adjourn into executive session. For what reason, Trustee Mills?
I'd like to make a motion, we adjourn into executive session for the purpose of litigation, 5 ILCS 120/2 C11.
I'll second.
There's a motion, there's a second. Any discussion on this? See no discussion, can you pull the board, Madam Clerk?
Mills?
Aye.
Trustee Newell?
Aye.
Trustee Palafis?
Aye.
Trustee Stanton?
Aye.
Trustee Gata?
Aye.
Trustee Arnett?
Aye.
Mayor McLeod?
Aye, motion carried. We are adjourned into executive session. We will not be coming back out in open session this evening. Thank you very much.